Oh! Hello! Wasn't expecting you here. I didn't just hit the stream button. What up? What's going on? How's it hanging? Let's dance. We got Symph. We're not Simps, we got Symph tonight. I don't know how the stream sounds, but it's banging right now on these speakers. So, what are we doing today? Let's get to the point. No one has time to waste. My camera kind of has the odd freeze up, but sucks because I got a new card thing for it, but whatever. NVIDIA's fault. It's just because I'm removing the background. You know, eventually I'll just show my background. It's not that bad. Anywho, plan is today, finish up this landing page. I'm shaking! So, today on the stream, we have Patty the Batty Tron.
No, we're changing the name.
We changed the name ever. Oh, you don't like Patty the yeah, I guess Patty the Batty. He was a perfect example of like how to fall out real hard.
Off.
He fell off hard. Oh, it was bad. It's weird.
No, I'm joking. I don't hate him.
Come on,
I think his last fight was not great, but yeah. Anyways.
No, nobody likes somebody who is like, no, I won. We're like, Patty, you lost. Like, no, I won, mate. It's like, you know, when you get that detached from it, it's not a good thing. But I don't know. It's also, you gotta have that confidence in yourself.
Yeah, we'll see his next one. I'm sure they have another show.
I'm probably not going to stream for a whole nother year after this one. Because we got New Year's coming. I can remotely control my camera stuff now too. Watch this. Bam! Brighter. Belated Christmas and early New Year's. Appreciate it. Thank you. It's an interesting username too. Marinated beef cubes. I was gonna ask, but I won't get into the details of it. Hope your Christmas and New Year's goes well. I'm feeling like Dr. Disrespect tonight with this soundtrack. So we got Geppetto. We got him live and in the flesh. So we built this landing page last time. It really didn't take us that long. Yeah, I guess. It's a non-requirement. Let's get the zoom frame in. Bam. Yeah, I'm messing with my settings. Yeah, the Tate shirt didn't age well. Yeah, it did. Okay, he's innocent. It's obviously the Matrix. Everybody, I also like to I like to wait until people get proven guilty before I jump on any bandwagon. I just like that he's saying stuff that's not. Everyone is so against it. But I feel like we need the other side to push. It's not like I believe everything he says, etc. It's not my hero. I don't want a fucking Bugatti or anything like that. But it's just nice to have someone being like, you know what, Matt? You're not doing... You know, you're not just being wrong. Of course, Greta gets him. He responds with pizza. Either that or he's brilliant. He FBI raided his compound just to get more views on his pizza chain, Jerry's Pizza. I guess Cobra Pizza wouldn't sound that good. No one wants snake on their pizza. I actually ate at this Vietnamese restaurant with a friend of mine. You know, chat business, etc. He tells me, he points to the wall, and there's this thing. It was like fake, and it was in Vietnamese. And I'm pretty sure it was fake dog. They sold fake dog. Which you gotta wonder, is it fake? Could it be fake? You know what? We should stream with just a background. Screw it. You know? Let's see what it does. Bam. My background isn't so bad. I think I still have the... We're gonna unzoom in. Then we're going to... We're just editing the stream live right now. But it's my background. I got Galaxy. Got an air conditioner just in case it gets Too hot in here as I open the window. My awards. And I got Prime. So, Prime may not be... Visit this penis waffle shop in Vancouver. Well, preferably don't take her. No, I'm kidding. Take me. I love them. Just the taste. I got a Prime here, which is sweet. Woo! See, it's my NVIDIA broadcast that's giving me all the problems right here. I'm gonna go to 30 FPS. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I still have... See, if I go like this, it'll pause the odd frame. And I think I messed up my, something anyways. We could trim this too at the same time. We don't need all this stuff in here. We got to keep the galaxy painting though. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We kind of want to keep the Prime in here, but why not keep the ClickBank award as well? Microphone. Nope. I have more questions about that shop, but there's a lot of weird shops in Vancouver. But anyways, getting to the point. If, are you there? I have to do your intro, but I'm not going to do it if you're not there. Is my wife here? Say, I don't know. I'm guessing no. So basically, I just need to kind of go over this and make sure. I got to slightly change all the text and everything else. I don't think it flows that well for it. So sample from the book. Chapter 3, Skin and Skin Appendages. See, you probably already know this because you got nurse training, but you'll find out all you need to know to manage conditions of the skin, such as corns, my favorite, warts, athlete's foot, burns, scalds, dermatitis, etc. You'll also discover... See, discover is such a good word to use. So discover why you should put egg whites on secondary birds, what over-the-counter medicines and creams to talk about. Okay, that's okay. What is the Home Doctor book? The Home Doctor is absolutely massive at Home Medical. Okay. The Home Doctor is and I don't English too well, so this isn't gonna go too well. I'm not a copywriter either. I'm just an ad buyer. I make up for it in like tech and ad buying. That's all I got. I cleaned my office today, so I don't mind turning my camera on. I need some kind of like RGB for the background. Oh man, and this is pissing me off. It's not, it still has that stupid lag to it. So let's go like this. Okay, close. This should be good. Yeah, I heard about that. The foot market is absolutely huge. Even at home foot care and like foot care for people who, just because you get, I guess, a lot of open wounds and everything like that on your feet that need to be cared for daily by traveling nurses. So there's a lot of people who make money just going around and, you know, patching up people's feet, which is good. All right, so you guys probably can't. Fuck. I gotta do some zooms on this for you. Oh yeah, here we go. Home Doctor is an absolutely massive at-home medical reference with over 300 pages filled with practical tips, precise diagrams, and step-by-step that will allow you to stay healthy and help others in need. That's pretty good. Oh, so Crocs is for... I thought it was just a style. Hashtag Yeezys, hashtag clouds. Hitler first made them popular, I guess. With the Home Doctor, you can become a home doc yourself. Home doctors are self-reliant people who take care of themselves and their families when the situation demands it. That's why I wanted to achieve. That's what I wanted to achieve in this book. Empower normal people to take care of themselves or loved ones when hospitals are not available anymore. It's for the common folks' knowledge. Okay, that's good. How does it work? So this one, I don't think this one fully tells how it works. This book is a unique guide for the layman that could help. Home Doctor guide each step. You'll be able to easily flip to the book. You can easily understand them. Okay. No, that actually does work. Okay. Home Doctor offers readers an in-depth discussion. Man, this track is banger. I don't want to make it too loud though. Yeah, but don't Crocs not have arch support on them? I thought they're really flat overall. We have flat feet in my family. I don't have flat feet. But people in my family have flat feet. I think Ben has flat feet just because he has elephant legs. Because he's a legend like that. Just an absolute unit of a baby. I remember even when he was 1 year old, some 2-year-old tried to mess with him and he went after him. Little G. Offers readers an in-depth. Oh, this one I completely copied. So this will need to be updated. I'm just gonna make a note. Okay, home doctor. So what's contained? Okay, I think we could do this a lot better. Okay. Okay, I want to do this. Then I want to, I want to give a list for this. I should technically do it in, unordered list. This is going to be a list item. Okay, and I'm just going to get some of the titles that are good in this. Biggest mistakes you can make in a blackout. I'll list item them after. Oh, that's annoying that it breaks it like that. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I got the foldable Nikes, the ones that are meant for people who have like disability, the ones that pop up and you can just put your foot in. They're actually shit, to be honest. They're mainly shit just because of like how long they last. They wear out really, really fast. It's funny though. I think Maple's more like the female version of Ben, because she's kind of a tank too at the same time. Okay, we're gonna put this one in here. I may even just make this a list of stockpile. What happens when you take the wrong probiotics? That's a good one. Oh, this is a banger right here. I'm gonna have to see how it formats this and probably put in different icons and stuff. Oh, this is good. Let's see how this looks. So I'm just list items. Just make it basically into a list. Wasn't too descriptive overall, but. And the foldable Nikes were expensive too. I had to buy them off StockX, and whenever you buy anything off StockX, you get absolutely taxed. It's brutal. Oh, this is actually a good one.
Had to go to bed. Night, everybody.
Oh, going to bed early tonight.
Yeah, gotta go to breakfast tomorrow.
Oh. Oh, yeah, you're saying. Yeah, people eat breakfast at such early times, right?
Yeah, when you work on the West Coast hours, it's like...
Yeah.
Your bomb.
It's heavy. Alright.
Later, guys.
Bye.
User disconnected from your channel.
So what I'm doing for this part is I almost want the effectiveness of the old page, which here's a look at the old page. Just to get you guys your memory popping up. Sorry, I have to look back and forth. Monitor's big. So the old page is just basically a significant amount of like it's really, really long form copy. I want to try this one's basically the attack on it. The attack on. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't inspect. So antibiotic plant that saved Venezuela. Okay. Let's just see how this looks at current. Okay, that's too many line breaks. Let's go like that. Okay, that's good. We do need to fix this image. We gotta do some photoshopping hard today. But, okay. We're in a pretty good position for it overall. Yeah, we're gonna cut out the galaxy just to give you guys a bit more room to check stuff out. And then, am I too tall for this? No. That'd be good. We're also rocking more monster. Wow, this can is destroyed. I'm grabbing a monster fridge at some point. Alright, so I need to take this money back guarantee, and I wonder if I can find the original image for it. I should be able to, and I just need to make it either the color of the background, which it's usually best to just make it the color of the background. So we're gonna do some switching to Photoshop over here. We do have to do some editing. I also wanted to take this image. We're so zoomed in right now, like don't judge the quality of these images. This is at 100%. So yeah, just looks a bit better that way. Okay. I won't show everybody Photoshop yet. Okay. Bam. Home doc. Okay, so we have a version that I can just pull in right here. So what I want to do at this point is just get the color of the background that I set, which I can do it multiple ways. I can literally just click on it and copy it, which is probably best. And then, guess what? Transition time. Ah, my transition's ruined. Look at this. I gotta cut. I don't have wires there. What are you talking about? Cut. Bam. So what you basically want to do is just add a new layer. Control-Shift-N. Very simple to do. Put the layer underneath. Get the bucket. And then we want to fill this layer with the color of the actual background itself. Just so it looks good on there. And the good part too is it also shows up as a different image. And then we got to find a way to save it best. You can't see the saving part, which is fine. You don't need to see the saving part. I just do 60% JPEG for this. We're going to go offer. Put it in Home Doctor. Turn the music down a little bit. Okay, Home Doctor. Money back. You know why I targeted money back. For obvious reasons. Okay, then I could just go back to Firefox. And I'm back. So we basically get this. We're going to browse, upload, select the files. And Home Doctor money back, open, select. Okay, see, now it fits that background color. I still don't know how I feel about the red glow around it, but it gives me something to test at least that could work. Could change. Yeah, this still all works. I really have to change these images. These images absolutely kill me. So I'm just going to load them into Photoshop. Do a bit of chopping here. Go back to the Photoshop view, which at least is saved now, so. Galaxy swipe. Bam. Okay, and what I want to do here is just crop this down. Sometimes I like to get CSI on it. Make sure I'm not including like the stupid G right there. Why? And there's such bad images. Okay. Let me just scroll out a little bit. Alright, that's fine. We could always just put a layer on top. And one of my favorite tools in Photoshop is there's this thing called the clone stamp tool. And you can copy an area and copy over. Okay, I have to be selecting the right thing. Whoa. Whoa. My mouse lagged so hard there. Okay, so you can copy this and watch this. Bam. Oh, I screwed it up. Bam, kind of. Let's just do over here. Yeah. Like, this is just all noise right here. So we could select this part. And the best part about this too is it changes our image, so we don't have a duplicate image problem. We could like select an area and then clone it in there. And we're getting rid of noise at the same time. A lot of this noise is created by compression, which is fine. Let's see. Okay, so that one's done. Digital book's going to be a bit easier to do, and then we're just going to have to put our own title at the top. Let me zoom in, CSI mode. Yep, we're good. Enhance. Bam. Okay, so export as. You can't see this part because I don't want to set up my Photoshop that way, to be honest. Too much is visible. Cigar is out. Yep, you guys gotta wait. I really need like a color light spotlighting the background. I have one, technically. We can set it up live. Actually, no, it'll be a pain in the ass and I'll fuck it up and it'll be embarrassing. Okay, so we're at 71 kilobytes for it. I like to look at what the previous image was at. So it was at 38. So we know we need to pull it down to around that level. Just for the sake of... Oh god, that's awful. When you're compressing compression. Okay, let me just export that. Replace. I really shouldn't do the replace, but this stuff, because I buy Photoshop, like I'm an owner of Photoshop. I guess that's not really the words for it. I don't own Photoshop, but I have a subscription to Photoshop. It automatically saves this with all my history and everything else. So if I ever need to revert the image for whatever reason, which I won't. Okay, now the key is we go back to Firefox, and we get rid of this awful looking image by uploading a new one. Oh, no license to Photoshop works. Yeah. Well, I'll just buy one stock in Adobe, and then I'll technically be an owner. That's why I buy airline stock. So when I complain, I could be like, I own Air Canada. I own this company. How dare you treat me bad? And they're like, sorry, sir. Can you please leave? Okay. So yeah, what I did there is I got rid of the text because the text didn't even fit by any means. Let's find a text that I'd want to use for it. So I'd want to use something like this size. So, easy way. And we're not going to keep it red like this. We have enough red. And just like physical plus digital copy. Put it at Peggy size. Okay. Now that we made that, we go Digital copy. We do want this to layout, digital copy, layout, just in case. People could have really different browsers. Okay, now that this is done, so there's something that's pushing this all the way down. I have a feeling it's not that, I guess. Oh, it's because that's pushing it down. Okay, okay. I almost want to line up the buttons. See, realistically, like when the book comes, because I already bought it, just in case I got to save my kid's life. What I would do is just basically I'd do some new photographs of the actual book, because the issue with this is it doesn't look too real. And when it doesn't look too real, like, that's the biggest complaint I get because of people. It's like when I try to teach people affiliate marketing, everyone's had such bad experience that they think it's like a fake thing. Like I don't make money from it, but it's like the opposite of that. I do make a significant amount. It's just those people, it's like the ones that are fake and everything else, they don't make money from it. They're making money from the courses itself. So like you get put in this weird bucket where everyone's like, no, he's a scam. He doesn't know how to do it. But it's like, okay, well, you have to, I think, make like 500,000 to get one of these bad boys. So yeah. But anyways, it's just how it goes. And like the thing is, I don't have a course, so it's not. I can't possibly be selling a course. See, this thing's still lagging a little bit on my video side. I don't get it. I almost feel like it could be my cable, or it could even be my camera starting to like lag out. Did I break it? No. Bam. Heck yeah. Okay, what other stuff do we have to change? Just kind of going through the copy right here. So you just don't want to be trapped in the whole like, hey, this is an exact copy of the other page. You don't have to change all the text, but you do want to change a decent amount of it. Like these these should be good. Like these images are fine. I can't do too much about this. Video I could always spruce up a little bit, but I don't want to go into video editing right now. Bam. I'm just gonna do a little. I don't think it helps that see here. I'm going to kill a video broadcast. Get out of here. And that should help it, maybe? Because it really bugs me when it's like, I just have to go like this, and then it has a point when it pauses. And I'm pretty sure it only pauses because it gets used by a different program. And there it is. There it is right there. See, that angers me unlimited. Here, let's just see. I want to see if it does it on the 4K capture utility as well. Bam. Yeah, it has a bit of it. We're just going to go like that. No signal. Okay, and then in this mode. Wait for it. Wait for it. Maybe. Of course it does it right there. Fuck. Oh, I think it's actually recording too at the same time. Damn. That probably doesn't help. I may just have to reformat Windows at some point. I know there's something that messes around with it. It could even be my Display Fusion desktop. So, we'll find out. We'll get it done. So basically the next step on this is, one thing we haven't done yet is a mobile optimization. So you really want to see how this looks on mobile optimization. Let's see what I do for the other side. I'm not sure if I keep the menu for the mobile optimized. Let's just see here. See, I have it technically go into like a hamburger menu. So one thing we could, I just want to see what happens here. Display none. And this one, layout, display none. One thing I'd want to do is increase the button size. And then layout, center. Center, primary. Ooh. Well, the thing is, I could always just center it right there. If that even looks center. A little bit. So, yeah. How does this look? I like to put myself in the shoes of who's buying it. So, you know, we got Peggy. Go scrolling down this, like, oh, Foam Doctor. I wonder how this is. Scrolls down, has a long video with an option of watching. I could probably actually go completely without this because I don't want it to be too redundant about fold. So we're gonna go layout, display, none. And I think that looks a bit better. Because you gotta think of it like if your cell phone is up, you know, if you have your cell phone. Let me block my cameras. If you have your cell phone up and you're scrolling, like whatever's on the page at the very beginning is an important factor for it. So want to kind of go from there. This font's too big, of course. We just want it to be full for this. This item should be in the center if you're viewing on a cell phone. So one thing I'll do is just center it for this. We could do less. We just need less padding when it comes to that. We basically in cell phone you want to like condense everything so when they're scrolling through, it's like they have limited screen space. They have limited spots where they can scream. Screen space where you just basically want to make sure everything's, it's just like basic design. And I don't claim to be any good at design. I'm fucking awful at design. I am like the least, I'm 100% like math brained when it comes to this kind of stuff, which is fine. I still make it work. I just want to, it's like I have this rule. It's like the 8 out of 10 rule. It doesn't have to be 10 out of 10. It has to be kind of like your 8 out of 10, etc. For it. So yeah, that's the important part. That's what we want to do there. So let me just see this. This one font's a bit too big. We just want it to be the full span. Looks good. Looks good. We could potentially amp this one up. And this, for some reason, yeah, I probably did that. We could just center it like that. Okay, that looks god awful. Let's center this. We probably want to change the margins on this. Like if we do that, yeah. There we go. 50. 50. Ooh. Or maybe we could do, that's actually not too bad. Font size up from here. We do want this to be large, but we can't have it take everything. Okay, let's see. I come up with ideas for changes, and then I'm like, no, that's too hard. And then I'm like, what can we do here? Of course, like, this is just a test right now. We're doing basically, we're just going to test to see how it compares to the other landing page. Like, the other landing page is making money right now, like a couple $100 per day. I just want to see if I could potentially beat it. We'll do the same thing with this. Bam. Looks good. We can push that up a bit. This can go up. This that needs to go down. Like, this is all just basic stuff. Like, how does it look on this? Okay, we do need to push this one centered. Okay. Looks good, to be honest. Too big a font. Okay, these kind of look a little bit messed up. By a little bit, I mean a lot. We can, because they have to stack at this point, we can just pull them up here. Do we want to center? Yeah, I think so. Let's look at, whoa, whoa, whoa. Control Z, bud. Okay, we're just saving the copy too because I always break it. But it's pretty much like just working with all this is you just WordPress Oxygen is really like point and click based. It's so easy. I don't make any money off them. Like I'm not trying to just sell WordPress Oxygen. Okay, so here's one thing where because of the way that we had the column set up, it goes a bit weird here. So it's a question of like, what would we want to do in this case? And I'll probably just choose one of these images. And then what I'll do is with the other ones, just not show them. So none. None. And this is just for the mobile version. Okay. So, yeah. That's good enough. We hit save. Not bad. Heck yeah. I can work with this. All right, and then super skinny version. Oh, this is definitely one where we got to make changes. So the home doctor, like this is way too big. Even Geppetto gets covered, poor guy. Advanced on this one. We don't need to learn more. We could just have buy now. Sample from the book. We do want it legible. Typography. We could just... Ooh, that looks awful. No, awful. Here we go. So even for this, like... We do want the golden ages to be able to still read it, which is fine. Let me just see if there's any size spacing set up here. Okay. So we picked 19 font, which is just one font size smaller. We know this needs to be smaller. Okay. It's a lot of reading, but just imagine what the other page would be like. What's contained in the home doctor. Bring that a bit smaller. Our list looks not that bad, to be honest. We'll still put it down to 19. Oh, not bad at all. Okay, we can bring this one back. Home doctor, definitely too big. See, I like to... Ideally, you span all the sentences like for the full width. And you're really just kind of figuring out what kind of journey would somebody have to go through to be, you know, to purchase this book. And you're really just kind of figuring out everything there. Like, okay, you know, what would you want to see? What's too much scrolling? What's too big? What's too small? Like digital copy, we could bring that one down a bit. I don't even want people to buy the digital copy. Like, I may eventually just remove it. Oh, that's good. Okay, so we want the overall here. Okay. I feel like this can benefit from going closer. This does not need that amount at the bottom anymore. That's okay. Bring that up. Font size is 16, so that's very legible. $19. That's even too big. $16. These don't look the best on this side. Oh, that's because we still have a width of 320. What size are we? 480. What if we did 300? What if we did 100? Oh, calm down. Okay, it's gonna completely ignore everything we do there. 0, 0. Oh, that looks a lot better. Okay, so we can basically change the margin here to 0, 0, and then maybe like a 5 pixel at the bottom. Dang, there we go. Looking a lot better. The art of just playing with numbers. Okay, so 5. Alright, that looks pretty good, to be honest. About the author. We can bring this down to 19. Your phone's this skinny. That page is like, the font size is going to be quite big. Okay, one thing we do have to factor, and that you always want to factor, is on a mobile device, the buttons are so much smaller. Or like, so basically, it's like, why am I cranking these up? It's because they're touch. You don't want skinny buttons on a mobile device, because even for me, like, I have issues with skinny mobile buttons. Okay, let's just save our progress here. And I'll test it out on my own cell phone and everything else. One thing I want to do, though, is after seeing how to do that, I'm going to do the same effect here. So 0, 0. Advanced size spacing 0, 0. But 5 and 5. And then this one. So margin is for like moving objects around. And yeah, padding is for basically like font. So if you're like pushing font in and out, you're using padding. If you're pushing stuff out, it's margin. We can bring that up a bit more, and then maybe, yeah, a bit bigger there. And same thing, we want big buttons on this one. That's one thing I didn't change here. So this itself, this whole box is going to be the button with the actual link. So that's fine for it not to be huge, but it should be good there. And then let's give it a big old button, 25 on that one, 25 on this one. Give it some spread so you don't fat finger it. This looks good. We can bring this a little bit bigger. Might as well max it out. Okay. Like this version, this will be most cell phones right here. You have like, but the thing is, just because it's most cell phones doesn't mean you don't have a lot of like older generations don't get new phones. They get like flip phones and everything. Bam. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right, that's good. It's a little busy at the top, but I think that's good just for testing. Nice. Very good. All right. I really need to change the menu of my... I wonder if I could get access to the menu from here. Let's see. So I could actually remotely connect to my camera via Wi-Fi, and it's like, can that fix it? I guess it doesn't want me to, which is fine. How long have we been going? 44 minutes? Not bad. I want to speed test this page, not to see the actual, like, it's going to take a bit just for this to cache throughout servers and everything. I just want to see where we're at. Google page speed. And this is just to see how fast it loads. I don't need crazy numbers on mobile, but it helps. I know the video itself is going to hurt me a little bit. I hate these cookie notifications. I wish there was like a don't give a shit option. It's actually pretty good. Whoa, why is it slowing down so much? So this could definitely improve. I do technically have these lazy loaded, so that should be fine. I just need to look if there's any very large images there. Unused JavaScript. So it's loading the player twice for some reason. Or no, it's not. Google Tag Manager. Open Bridge plugin. Thanks, Facebook. You're the one who's causing problems right now. Why? All right. This seems to be okay. One thing I do have to fix is my camera. Give me 1 second. But I can literally do it on the fly while everything's plugged in, hopefully, or I'm gonna break it. Okay, let's look at the menu options for it. We're gonna change it to 4K 30. Heck yeah. Alright, let's see what that does to it. Press menu again. There we go. Autofocus should still be on. The sound of victory. Oh, I think my cable went out a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Autofocus? Are we still doing that here? Whoa, detail. Oh no. These stains, everything. Oh, it's still got a bit of that jump on it. I'm just gonna restart it. Okay, I'm just changing this back to what it should be. Oh, you know what I think it is? My virus scan's going crazy right now. That could be actually doing it. Let's see. If it's my virus scan this whole time, I'm gonna be so mad. Whoa! Oh. Whoa, zoomed. Let's go here. Let's see, does it do it? Does it do it? Does it do it? I'm actually on a private jet right now. If it's my virus scan this whole time, I will be angry. Alright, let's go to 60 FPS so we can see the movement. It's still having issues taking them. I'm gonna get a green screen for behind, which should be better, but I don't think it's doing that lag thing anymore. Yeah, follow me, camera. Ah, sweet. Alright. So, my fucking antivirus. That's what I get. Real-time scanning everything. Also not a good sign. Desktop score? Like, look at this. It's like a perfect fucking score. Mobile does need work, though. But we'll be able to fix that. Defer on screen, etc. Like, it should technically be already be doing it, but we'll figure it out. See, the thing is, like, getting a lazy load is a lot better. Advanced. Settings. So I think there's a way of doing it in here. I should really ask or just get a developer to do it on my side. But man, the 4K is crazy. Like, you should see it on my screen. I'm not even sampling this at 4K right now. I could. Let's do it. I call this the this 4K. Look all the way into my bloody soul. Okay, let's see here. Oh, it's limiting my FPSs. But that's still bloody amazing. Okay, man, that was it this whole time. Antivirus, malware bites. Also, I've been thinking about just starting up my own energy drink company. Calling it Matterall. I think it has fucking potential. Alright, so going over it again.
Medicaid and Medicare are not entitlements.
We know, Geppetto. Yeah, the thing is, too, they'll be able to, like, full screen it, etc. on here. I do need to get the lazy load script in for this. I wish it was a little bit bigger, so let me see. I don't know where this padding's coming from. No, we don't want more padding, we want less. Advanced size spacing. I guess we could set the width manually. And if it's a 480 screen, like, let's do 400. And then 0. Negative 20. Negative 30. That's too big. Okay. Okay, let's do 380. Not too big. 340, 350. I don't think we gain anything from doing that, honestly. It'll be a small video, but they're still able to actually upsize it from here. So, whatever. That should be fine. Go back to the main version. One thing I want to do with a couple of the images, so I'm running some images for it right now, is let's see. Recent. You know what, screw it. Let's just go like this. We're going to bring in the 2 large images that we have in Photoshop. Image size. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a large image size. Okay, let me bring you guys over. Make me a little bit smaller, and it is. I don't know how well this is going to work going into Photoshop, but let's see. Hey now. So when we have something like this, could be good. Oh, another thing we needed to do is okay, images. Okay, sweet. I can download this free. A lot of the times I just go and look for images that are free to use. And then if I can, I'll cut the person's hand out of it. Ideally... Oh, screw you, I suck. I just wonder if I have a good one right now for it. Okay. This will technically work. It's for another thing that I do, but so what I'm going to do is you can transform this. So the book that I'm transforming onto here is going to so we need T, or no, we need Control T. So I gotta unlock this, get out of here, transform, and then what I could do is on the width to do -100. Bam, the other way. Okay, we're good. So this is going to be, I don't even know if this is going to work, to be honest, but we're going to see if it will. So I got to get the current image of the book and just see if I could put it on the iPad itself. And this is where it gets a little bit tricky. This takes some, if you could Photoshop this, you could Photoshop most. Okay, I got to finish that change. And then I have to go like this, put this in here. So I technically have to do a selection of just the front of the book itself. So what we're gonna do is there, and then we're gonna use transform again in order to see if we can get this on the screen and make it so it looks okay. Because watch, it doesn't fit, right? But what you can do is you hit backspace on that. Hey now. So if we go on this layer and we transform it, we can actually do this, which is a way of like bending it around. So watch this. We'll just want to put this in this corner. This in, I know what you're thinking. Ah, this looks bloody awful. Yes, it does. But just wait. So we line up all the corners first for this image. And just, so this goes here. This we're gonna need down a little bit. And then watch me fail live. So we want this path to go here, and then this path to go there. And then, oh, this is so small, but I got this. So we want this to go around the same trajectory as that. And yeah, I know it looks really messed up right now, but what you can do is you just have to make it so it makes sense. Because if it doesn't make dollars, it makes sense. Okay, and then from this we do here. See, we want to you just want to make sure it doesn't get too distorted here, which it's looking like it. Oh, eyes are burning from this. So believe it or not, this probably wouldn't look too bad this way, but we do need to see, based on the angle is where you need to pull all these tabs. So I think this probably has to go back a little bit this way. This has to go back a little bit that way. This has to pull out. Which may not work out so well in the end, but we'll see. See, one of the things is I'm basically reforming this image from a view that it wasn't it. So from this needs to go up a bit. And you're just basically, we're trying to straighten out this line here so it follows the angle. But trust me, when I've done it, it's not going to look that bad. Or as bad as it currently does. See what I need to do. Actually, did I get a copy of this fucking book? I should have. Let me check my downloads. Yesterday, earlier this week. Oh, I got it. It was a different book that I bought. I still have to buy this one. Okay. Never mind. I'll do that tonight. See, it may look awful right now. But just wait. So we push these lines a little bit straighter. We push this down a little bit. Let's see what we got to work with here. So it's going to be this big, which actually isn't too bad. And then what I like to do on it is, so I'm going to transform it slightly bigger than where we have to put it. Because right now the issue is like, we need it to have straighter lines on it. So the opacity, we're going to put it down so we can see what the lines of the iPad are. And basically what we want to do is just cut right all the edges so we have straight edges on it. So we cut that, delete it, and this is going to about here. Double click that, delete. Okay, then we want to go here and just basically cut this area, delete. May not look the best on that cut. And then this one in general, delete. Okay, then we pull the opacity back up to 100%. And the image is going to be this large. I'm not sure why. Oh, it's RGB. Okay. But that's actually not too bad, right? It's not too good by any means, but it's better than the previous one. Let me just do a quick export on this. It's going to be a JPEG. And especially when we use this smaller, it's going to look very good. Okay. So I'm just going to go back and we're going to put it in the spot that we have here. So we're going to go back to Firefox and we got to update this. Of course, it looks a lot better when they get to natively take a picture of the book, but let's see how it looks. I don't think it's going to be too bad overall. And the thing is too, I'm going to have to use this for my ads because I can't show them as books. It's false advertising and you get in trouble for it. So it's not too bad. Now we have to do the same bloody thing for the other one. So I'm just going to save this as save as. Make sure it goes in the right spot. Home Doctor free ebook 1 save. Okay, just to make sure we have a copy of that one. And then we'll have to get the other one. And once I download the actual digital books of it, what I can do is do it with a proper copy of it. So we're gonna do the same thing. Hopefully with all of our experience, this will go over a little bit better. Okay, we gotta unlock this background. Okay, so now we unselect everything. This one's gonna be a little bit easier. I don't want to say that. This is level 300. Oh, shit. This is level 300 editing right here. Okay, so Control Shift N, paste, and oh, I hate the color scheme, but let's line up the one corner and Control T, and we do the grid. So let's zoom in, push it over this way, pull it up from here, pull it down from there. We're going to match up this corner, pull it across. We have a bit of buffer to work with on this one because it does have borders to it, which is good. Not gonna complain. Same idea. Push it around right here. Not everyone's a seasoned graphic design. A lot of people ask me, like, how do you learn all this stuff? And it's really just like, with the experience of doing it, you get better and better at it. Next thing you know, you're doing bigger, better things with it. And it doesn't have to be. There's so many people that get romantic about, like, oh, it's not absolutely perfect. No one's gonna judge this one image. This is just a temporary thing, and we can only make it better. So that's one of the big deals for that. So I'm gonna undo that, and then I'm just gonna keep this, to be honest. It's still showing me the thing, but whatever. Okay, so we have a bit too low of opacity for it. Let's go a bit bigger. Okay. So we just basically want to... We could also trace the iPad itself like this. And then you could go select invert. Inverse. And then you could delete it out from there. And then let's bring it to 100%. So it actually looks even fucking worse. Okay, let's undo that one. Hello. Thank you for joining. I'm just making a landing page right now. Oh, not too often I get messages from YouTube. But yeah, what we're basically doing, to give you an idea. Oh, I was doing this was the Photoshop in general, but here's the landing page we're working on right now. Is just this one right here. It's selling an affiliate product, so it's pretty good. We'll just basically rebuilt this. It sells the Home Doctor book. It's an average conversion. Like when you sell just one of these, you get about $30, which is it's not that bad. Can't complain. And sometimes you get more. You can get upwards of $114 a sale if they basically convert and they buy more upsells and everything else to it. So we're definitely going to need to buy this so we can take the actual true book. Oh, you know what's another option for it too? Is let's just look it up. Let's just Google it. See if we can find the actual cover for it on a... I'm just gonna copy this exactly. Usually there's better versions of it, to be honest, but can't complain. So, just kind of going back to Photoshop. Well, we do have to fix the image. I'm going to go back a couple steps. Okay. So let me just pull the stream back over to good old Photoshop. Bam. There we go. And yeah, what we want to do here is just, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to make this image line up properly with this. So we'll make it a little bit bigger first, and then we're going to do the transform. And the transform, you're basically just lining up the corners for it, but you do have to move the actual the pixels around so it looks a bit natural in that position. So we'll go over to this way. We put this up. It's a lot easier. Like if you have a dead-on image, you can put this stuff in iPads a lot easier, way easier. But not always the case. You know, like it's not always the case that you get. Sometimes what you can do too is you just line up all this, and then you put it from here. But we do have to we have to pull this image over here. And what's most important for it, for the actual view, and of course, like I'm going to be buying this book, the digital version of it, so I'll have a flat cover to work with, and that's just going to make it a bit easier on that side. But let's see. So we want to push this over, and like this is already looking a little bit better on this side, but of course, like, and we can move this around too, so it just, see, the problem is that font goes the other way on the actual page itself. So let's just go here and here, and oh man, it's starting to look a little bit better there. I don't want to say that too quickly though, because we saw what happened last time, and it's also a question of like, okay, how do I move this around? We can just have it so it just, what you want it to do is you want it to look as natural as possible on the iPad. So you could even do something like this and just kind of like pull it up, massage it up. See, one thing we gotta do is if we pull up one section, so you go like this, and that pulls it kind of back and forth. We may want to kind of pull it this way. Okay. So this is probably some of our problem right here. It's just pulling this back and forth here. So this is already looking a lot better there. We want to pull that one back. And then let's move this around a little bit. And I think, see, we have an issue that it kind of bubbles on that side. A lot of it is just like, it's like working with Play-Doh, really, in the end, with this kind of a setup. Like, we want to make it look as good as possible on this side. Ooh. That does look a bit better on that end. Let's straighten it up. So pulling it this way, that looks good. Pulling it this way. We do still want it to have kind of like those straight lines. And then just looking back, also realizing that this image is going to be viewed about this big. So, well, that's 60. It's going to be viewed this big. So that isn't too bad overall if we look at it. We just want to also see, like, your font can be one of your best guides for, like, okay, how distorted is this overall? Is it too distorted? Is it not distorted enough? And let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, it can be better, like I said. You don't have to be perfect on this kind of thing. You think somebody, just because this image looks a little bit distorted, they're going to be like, all right, I'm not buying this book. This is they're going to be like, oh, this is garbage. I'm not buying this just because this guy doesn't know how to properly transform an image. But once I get the actual, like, fully working version of it, let me just go. Okay, so So that's covering that pretty good. That's cut. I will want to... Let's turn the opacity down a bit so we can see through it. Man, that fits pretty well, to be honest. I do want to cut this part just to make sure the lines are clean for it. Yeah, honestly, Marwan, it may be a better way to make like the smart object for it. The thing is, like, it's like if you have a smart object, at least it'll keep like, so smart object, as you know, and appreciate any kind of information. I'm not a graphic designer by any means. I just make money online, so I kind of do it like, it's like, what's my way of doing it? Ooh, not the best, to be honest, but like I said, this is going to be a smaller image, so I'm going to take this image size. That's actually not too bad. I just want to see how it fits on the page. Once I get the actual PDF itself, so I'm going to buy the PDF for it, and it's going to come with a flat image, and it's going to be a very high resolution flat image, which makes it so much easier to work with. Like this one, I had to work with a bloody angle for it, which is a big pain on my side. So ebook save. Okay, let's just go over to web development. We're gonna make it better. Like, will this stop me from making money on this? No. People are just gonna be like, they'll be more interested in the book itself. Select image. What I may do is give it less height. So let's see, 300 height, 200 height. Ooh, that's a bit big. 250 height. Okay. But yeah, once, like, typically what happens is you get access to the to a very... Here, let's see if I could go to this page right here. So it's like for the Lost Superfoods, one of the books that I promote. Like, once I get this image, this thing, like, look at the zoom that we can do on this. That's when I'm going to be able to create a way better image itself for it. But even for what I need on my side, this is just temporary. No one's really going to pay too much attention to it overall, which is good. And I'm just using WordPress Oxygen to design it. I just want to make sure, like, they technically, even for now, I can use the other ones. So we have other images that we can use for it. Like, I could use, say, this image. Oops. Could use the correct image for the correct thing. Like, I may just continue to use this image, to be honest, until I get that version. And then, because they've already done that. They've basically taken it, and then you do a transform. I'm fully aware it's like, you do want to keep them as a smart object in general for it, but it's just, so... And the thing is, at least where I'm covering myself, and I'm not trying to rip people off. Like, I want people to know that it's a digital copy. I do put bonus book in digital format only. It just works a lot better. But the thing is, it's like, you get the older demographic, you know, as I like to call them, the Peggies, the good old Peggies. They're going to be the ones buying this, and they're going to basically be like, where's my other goddamn books, Matt? And I'm going to be like, it was a digital book, and they're not going to be happy with their order. So that's one of the things you do have to factor with it in general. It's like, oh, fuck. But even just for, like, the images themselves, and yeah, it does the job for now. And that's really it. And just like what I've done here, if you look at it overall, this was the original landing page. So I like to recreate the original landing page, and a lot of people in the marketing space, they love to just do these massive landing pages that go on forever, and there's a bunch of different problems with them. So I just made a copy on my parenting blog for it. But like, if you count the amount of scrolls that it takes to get to the bottom, or even to be able to see a buy button, like a buy CTA, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 scrolls before they can buy it, and then it has 2 CTAs at the bottom. So I like to do a shorter landing page, and I've had quite a bit of success with this overall, where, you know, they have a menu where they can just click and it'll automatically go down to the testimonial div, etc. they have the option to pretty much buy immediately. Like if they watch this video is quite long. Yeah, it's 34 minutes long. If they watch this whole video, they're going to want to buy. And when you have people scroll down to the bottom, that's a bit of an issue. And what happens too is because you're copying the landing page, you get like a punishment for duplicate copy, duplicate images, and everything else. And I like to avoid this basically avoids it. And I kind of do the what, how, etc. Who, when, why, what, how, etc. Basically going down, making it as short as possible. So giving a sample from the book, talking about what the book is, like 300 pages, and making sure I talk about how it's a physical book, how does it work, scroll down. These are images that they provided, but I'll buy the book, and then I'll basically be taking my own photographs of the book with open pages, because the issue with images like this, and as you learn and when you promote, it's really objection handling that you're trying to get away from. Like with this other landing page, it's doing okay. It has like a 1.5 ROAS, so for every dollar I spend, it makes about $1.50 back. But I just can't see it scaling at this level. Like it's risky that you'll have some days on the 1.7, some days on like break even, etc. And there's going to be other costs that come along the way. So we basically want to give ourselves the advantage over, say, all the other affiliates for it. And that's really, I find, is creating a landing page like this works a lot better. We can typically get a better page speed for it, and it doesn't require all that scrolling, and it doesn't have the duplicate content. Like I've slightly changed all of the content and basically everything in this. So what happens is, and this is just giving away. This is exactly, I've done another book with this, and I got it made 1.7 million profit from it, which is bloody crazy. And I did the exact same thing. It didn't have the same type of landing page. They eventually made a landing page like this from the same people who made the previous book. But it's like, I got to start split testing it now so I could really see what's going on here. So it's kind of like a rhyme behind my reason and everything else. It's one of those things where, I got awards for it. I started doing this 2020, and basically I owned a digital agency before it, and I tried to do basically different. I tried the affiliate game. COVID hit, and I was like, oh man, what am I going to do if we lose our clients and it goes everywhere else? So I was like, all right, let's try the affiliate thing. This one, it has a great payout for it. In my opinion, it's a very ethical offer. It's a good book, it's like a reference book where if you can't get to medical help, it tells you basically, what you need to do. 10 medical supplies you need to have in your house, etc. It's really good, especially for where the economy's at and everything else. So I got this offer from a mix of ClickBank and Digistore. Both of them have this offer available right now. And it's similar to another book, the book that I got the Platinum Award and everything else for. So I've been trying a bunch of different products for it. This is the latest one. It's already making money that would make people, really happy with it. It makes a couple $100 per day. I haven't put too much into it because I really wanted to get around it. What happens is when you copy a landing page directly, or if you use a landing page that other people are using for this kind of stuff, you get what they call duplicate content, and it's like a tax that they add onto it. Facebook's aware. They know that you're running the same offer as somebody else, and etc. And where you can really get the advantage, and they'll kind of keep you around like the dollar click. But when you create something new, you can get your cost down to like 60 cents, which is, it's a 40% gain on your numbers overall, which is huge. And the thing is, anything you gain in profit, it's actually more than a gain, because if you're 40% more efficient, that extra 40% just goes into you're already break even, so it just goes into the profitable part. So you could be like 80% more profitable from this. And then from here, I basically will create a bunch of ads for it, like using images like this, etc. Usually I have good pictures of like the influencer. These are tiny. If you know anything about image size, this is like a 400 by a 300 or something to that extent. So it doesn't really work that well. The VSL is already kind of filmed. This is another thing that can get duplicate content. So what some people will do is they'll change, like they'll edit some frames out of it. They'll change the sound a little bit. It's really, you just want to get away from like that AI detection of being like, hey, this content is everywhere else and other people are trying to do, to advertise this. And you almost want Facebook to view it as like a new product in itself. Of course, I'll do other ads for it too. YouTube, for example, just to see where the numbers are at. But first, I like to prove it on Facebook, get it to say like $500 a day, maybe more, and then yeah, push it from there. And of course, like to make that $500, if I have a 1.5 profit margin for it, means I spend $1,000 a day and I get $1,500 in return. So it is like you do have to spend into it, but over time you build up your credit card and it goes from there. And the thing is, you get paid out. Like ClickBank's really, really good when it comes to payouts. You don't have to wait too long for it. So it's just somewhat of like a simple formula. And it's like, I don't sell a course or anything. I'm just, trying to help people kind of learn how to do this method. I just exited my agency and this is what I do full time. So I'm like, hey, if I could do anything, what would I do? And it's teach. So that's really the goals on that side. And just so, yeah, definitely let me know if you guys have any kind of questions or anything like that. I have tons of lives of, I literally built a ton of these offers. So just to go over like some of the offers that I've built and I've put on, and I've done them live and they're successful. Like if you were to copy me exactly, you'd make money with it. And it sounds like you know what you're doing if you mentioned Smart Object, where I'm like, dang, okay. But here's one right here, Air Physio, Home Doctor. Well, you've seen Home Doctor. Let's just take a look at this one over here. Here's one. Here's one. So I just built these offers. Like this is a good one called Air Physio. It's like for helping kids get mucus out of their mouth, and you get quite a bit per sale. It's like $50. You're doing good in the world overall. So this is one of the offers that I run. And the reason why I do it as a publication is you're not allowed to pretend to be someone anymore. So, for example, I can't pretend that I'm the owner of Air Physio and make a Facebook page that's like Air Physio, new technology or something like that. I have to promote it as Parent Trends. So you notice how the Parent Trend logo is at the top? And that's the whole reason behind it, is they call it third party. You can't be a third party, so you do it as a publication. Another one, this one's really cool. It's like those nasal strips that you could get that open your nose, but it does it from the inside, so you could just put it in. And basically, it opens up your nostrils. This is a good product for like entrepreneurs, etc. It doesn't fully fit the demographic of parents, so I have it also set up under like a more tech version. Kylo, this is a pain patch. It pays out really good. So for every purchase you get of Kylo, it's $70 USD, which is great. Like it's not hard to get a sale for less than $70 for it. And it's like I said, I only do stuff that I actually believe in. And they say like 85% of people who try the patch actually did have a difference for it and didn't need narcotics, etc. Which is good. Another one that I made a ton of money from and saved a life with is LifeVac. Same idea. It's like, I call it the child plunger. You basically, if a child's choking and Heimlich fails, it lets you basically, yeah, you just put it on their face and you go boom, boom. And I have 4 kids myself, so this is one of those products where it hit home. There's another example of it. LifeSafe. This one's pretty cool. I built this one live too, on live, where it's a fire. So it's like a fire extinguisher, but without the crazy mess that happens with it. Just like a little air canister. And it works. One of the things, I've seen so many videos lately of people cooking Christmas dinner and having a grease fire and being like, oh, I'm just going to dump it in the sink. See what happens. And if you dump a grease fire into the sink, your house is going to burn down. It's almost like a bloody guarantee on that side, which isn't funny. It's horrible. So it's like, this is a good life-saving product. It's non-toxic for children and pets and everything else. Where you could basically, you just spray it here, I'll mute it, but you could just, I'll play it here. And it's almost just like a one, because if I'm not sure if you've ever set off a fire extinguisher. Man, they're not pretty when they go off. You have that dust everywhere, and it's extremely bad for your lungs, for your kids, for your pets. They're like impossible to clean up. Like, you almost just want to burn your house down if you set off one of those things, because you're like, fuck it, I'm not going to be able to clean all this. This is bloody impossible. But you know, this is kind of like uses like a non-flammable liquid, but it works with electrical fires. It works with so I think like it's a great product. And when you go to the price, um let's take a look. Oh, I have this one still linked to Kylo because I took it offline. Actually, no, I haven't put this one online yet. But this is a great example of one. So this one, it's one of the next ones I'm going to do, but I'm going through and yeah, just basically putting this. I gotta fix the links on this before I go live with it again. I put it back to the Kylo ones because it's all, you can notice like these all come from the same company and they provide these, and I've kind of been like tweaking what the landing pages do for it. But you know, it's just like I try to sell really good products for this. I think Home Doctor is a great one. The landing page it came with, like, this kills me. I know it works for older people, but it's like, man, poor, you know, poor Peggy. Her arthritis is acting up by the time she gets here. She won't even understand what's going on in life by the time she gets to the bottom and gets Home Doctor. But it's a good hit parenting product, and you know, that's one of the big things for it. But yeah, Parent Trends is the actual blog itself. If you want to take a look at it, I have a bunch of other ones right now. I have like an older demographic one's for gadgets, etc. This one's pretty cool. It's basically it's a vitamin, the kids' vitamin. So, you know, can't complain too much there. It's this is one of the, so this is a pretty big one too at the same time. I didn't make this landing page just because of the rules that they have for it. So I got to find different workarounds for it, but it's a multivitamin for kids that doesn't have sugar, because most of them are literally like they're giving their kid candy with a little bit of vitamin in it. It's not even like multivitamins. These ones, I checked them out. They're legit, because I was tired of basically everything. You can promote it for free. So one of the big things is like, and you don't even like, let's say you are to run ads with it. When I start an offer like Kylo, I don't spend too much to start, like even like $30 a day. And if that's too much, it's fine. Like if you, what you can do is you can get really good with, here, let's see if I can find it, Parent Trends. So I just want to see if I can find my Instagram here. I hate trying to find it. Okay, parent. So one of the ways that you can do it, you don't even have to. Oh, I remember. Some bastard took my like the Parent Trends. So one of the things I did here was for LifeVac. I promoted with, I got the videos and I did a bit of editing. Like you could do this free. Like let's say for example, you're like, I have no money to start, Matt. It's like, what do you expect me to do for it? Well, you can take some of the assets that they actually give you. The Kylo didn't go off too well because I need to do more edits, and I didn't really put, because I pay. Like I'll just pay money, and if it brings me, if I spend $1, it brings me back more, I'll just spend more money, and that's an advantage I have. But even just doing stories, like, or so this was a reel. With short form content, you can get so many views. Like from these,
It's a family crisis that's unfolding in real
so loud. Okay, we're just gonna listen to it anyways and deafen ourselves.
time. A mother is patting her 10-month-old baby boy on the back after he starts choking on a piece of pancake. You can see the look of horror on the people around them as mom and dad start delivering back blows. Panic erupts.
Now a scary moment at a restaurant as a 10-month-old baby starts choking on a piece of pancake, and practically all of the other diners rush to try to help. But when the Heimlich maneuver didn't work, a simple device that you may not have heard of saved the day.
Major Hillard had a device in his car called a LifeVac, which he suctioned to little Gabriel's mouth. You can hear mom's panicked plea. Strangers console the distraught mother. After several plunges of the device, a miracle. Mom and dad embrace in relief.
So from this one, like, you see how it naturally got quite a bit of views? With short form content like this, if you're able to do any kind of video editing, etc., even doing it with your phone, like, you get a lot of videos and assets for a lot of these products, or even like cutting up the video you get. If you could put them into a short form, like Reels or YouTube Shorts, for example. I did the same thing on YouTube, got a ton of views. And like, you know, for 10,000 views, you can technically make quite a bit. So, 434 hearts. I believe like it got about $1,000 in sales from just this video alone. And I posted on TikTok, on YouTube, on everything. So it's like, even if you don't have a lot of money to start, or like, let's say you're in a country where your currency just doesn't work out so well for it, but you'll get paid out quite a bit. Like, if you put the effort in and just set it up like this, like these views, they actually convert really, 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 really well. So for these shorts and reels and everything else. So if you can kind of like take these videos, edit them, you don't have to pay advertising spend. There is ways to do it, just like and they call it organic marketing. I'm not so much of an organic marketer, just because I don't need to. Like, I'll naturally get tons of views and basically everything else, but like, I'll post for my products, etc. And you just naturally get followers from the reels. Like, I don't even have many followers because most people don't follow. But like, in there, I'll do link in bio. So then if they go to my bio, it's not that anymore. Just because I sold so many, we had to take a break from selling Life Hacks. They couldn't produce enough in time, but they will. We'll be able to do it into the new year. And basically, yeah, you just run these. And then the odd one will hit, and some of them, they hit, like, this is a small one, but like on TikTok and all these other places, you could get hundreds of thousands of views if you're good on editing on that side. Like, if you understand how shorts work and you just try different things, like, that's what you could do. And it's like, for every time you get a sale for it, I believe LifeFacts like $50 payout. I forget exactly what it is, but even Home Doctor, if I cut up Geppetto's video, I call him Geppetto because he looks like Geppetto from Pinocchio. But basically, if I were to cut up this video and like take out some of the big points and you create stories, there is ways that you can do it without money. I like to do it with ads because it's more like stable, because I'm looking to be like, okay, how can I make $100 a day, $200 a day? But if you're starting out with basically nothing, and I did a video even recently, like, how much does it cost? And it was a live video. How much does it cost to get into affiliate marketing? And I included ads with it. And it's not a crazy amount, especially if you can like just figure a lot of this stuff, like watch the videos, etc. Like, you would need to, buy hosting, buy a domain name, and then buy WordPress Oxygen and stuff like that. So it's really not that much. We're talking in the hundreds, and then it only takes a couple sales like this. So there is a way to do it without spending any kind of money on it. I just prefer, on my side, to do ads, because I can basically just work out that system. It's like, okay, let's say if I spend $100, how much will I make back? Is it over $100? And if it is, I'll spend more. Yeah, see, the problem is with Pinterest is I don't even advertise on Pinterest. That's the whole thing. And it seems like everybody tried Pinterest for it. But like, Pinterest doesn't get that much organic, and Pinterest is what I like to call window shoppers. So window shoppers do not buy. It's like, Pinterest is, you don't go to Pinterest ever to buy anything. You go to Pinterest to look at stuff and add it to your albums and everything else. So Pinterest is hard, and you have to look where all the attention is. And honestly, it's like Facebook Reels, Facebook Shorts, etc. It's like, you want to find those platforms, like, where, because Pinterest, in my opinion, it's almost like a dying platform. You can buy stuff, but they purposely, like, if you're trying to make money organically on Pinterest, they purposely suppress it, because it's not a good user experience for them. Like, they want you to either buy ads. So they organically, if you have like a link to sell something, no, they're going to see that. They see that in their algorithm, and they're like, no, we don't really want users to get free ads on our platform. We're not going to push to it. So when it comes to like how much easier it is to get views on, say, the short term form video, because right now, Facebook says, and this was 2 years ago, Facebook basically said like, hey, we see more ad inventory from short, like, reels right now than we do from the feed. So there's more people who are actually scrolling through these short form videos like TikTok, etc. And it's even with TikTok, like some people's first videos, um, yeah. Like with Facebook, it's hard. Like, let's say if I just did a Facebook post or an Instagram post, like my Instagram post, like look at the likes on it. It's the same bloody, well, this one it's just because it was a reel, but they only came because it was a reel. You have to go where all the eyeballs are. And all the eyeballs right now are on that short-term video. So YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, TikTok, etc. Like if you put videos there, and you can see up in the top corner that it's a reel that I posted, and that's why. But see, like I did a video like this or a picture like this, 4 likes on it. So from the Instagram feed, you don't get fucking anything, 4 likes, who cares? It's 0. But then I did a reel of a video like that they provided. You just cut it up so it's in that format, it's unique content, you post it. That's where everything is. Like that's where the future is when it comes to advertising. And I do a lot since I've done digital advertising for 13 years now. And I just exited my agency, and I don't plan to do it for anybody but myself going forward. And you really have to look at, like, what are the easy platforms to grow on? And like, let's say you make a Facebook page right now. Like, you make a Facebook page and you're like, I'm going to grow this thing massive, and you post on it every single day. Even if you had hashtags, if you do anything like in the feed, you're not going to get any reach. Same with Instagram. Instagram used to be able to, you'd grow it just by doing a post, like post a picture, people would like it, you could grow it that way. Now it's impossible. They took the organic away. TikTok, that's so easy to grow organically with short videos. YouTube even, it's just like, I almost look at it where you want to look for anomalies. And one of the things I saw was there's this girl on TikTok who became one of the top Twitch streamers. Her name's like Nadia or something like that. Everybody thinks she's hacking, but she basically did short form videos, saying like, "Hey, I'm playing Warzone right now, and if I don't get 30 kills in the next 30 minutes, I'm throwing my computer out the window. And guess what? I'm watching live now." So she was able to pull from an attention platform where people like watch that. She could put a little bit of money behind it or even no money behind it, and everybody went over there, and she grew a hard channel like Twitch. You can't just advertise on Twitch and get a bunch of followers and everything else. Trust me, I know. I try. It's one of those things where I work on this strategy too on just my side. And a lot of what I'm doing even right now is for me to figure out, like, okay, where are all the trends? What's happening? Where's the opportunity? And the problem is when you buy a course, you look at the Pinterest thing, it's just like that's such an outdated one where, yes, at one point it did make money, but now if I post an ad on Pinterest that's not an ad, you get nothing from it. Nothing goes to it. You got to go where the attention is. It's like you find out where people are growing organically the easiest, which it's not Instagram pictures, it's not Facebook feed, it's all reels, it's TikTok, it's everything. Like that's just what the economy's turned into. It's people going, nope, 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 or just watching it. They watch it, they flip, they flip, they flip. And finding a way to grow that way. It's just like, even with my live videos, I gotta get a lot of views after the fact. But my short form videos that I do on Facebook, for reels, it's like I'll get 4,500 views on it, and versus like if I post it in Facebook, my friends will see it and it won't go out any further than that. So you really have to factor that overall. Like that's one of those things. So is it possible to do this without spending money on ads? Yes, it is. And my recommendation of like, you don't have to go at my level or anything. It's like you play around, you see what works. And then once you get a bit of money, it's like once you find out what's working organically, that's when you want to do ads anyways. It's like when I find out what works organic, that's actually the best type of ad I can do, because that means it gets people's attention. It's everything there. So like, for example, those reels, I'll run them as ads after the fact. So I don't care. It's like I don't really care so much for the organic part. Yeah, it did help. You know, it probably made me a couple $1,000 here or there. But it's like from the insights that I get from it, it's like, okay, you know, I'm onto something. If it grows organically, it'll always grow on the paid ad side. Like, you want something that people like. And one of the biggest indicators too is shares on the post as well. So if you get lots of shares, that's a good sign. If somebody, and that's what Facebook and YouTube and everybody loves. Like, if you share that content, that means you like the content enough that you're willing to show your friends, which it's like everybody likes. You know, you can hit like and like and like and like and like, etc. Doesn't matter. The biggest vote that you could possibly do for a video is not just you watching the whole thing, etc. That's an important part. But if you actually share that video outside, they're like, okay. And if they see a video that's getting lots of shares, it's good for their platform because it's bringing people in. It's a vote of good content, and you kind of go from there. So that could be the strategy. I don't like to, like, I'm one of those guys where I don't want to sell a high ticket course. I want low level of entry. I think this is one of those things where it's like, if you're looking for something to do on the side, you shouldn't have to pay $10,000 for the opportunity to make money. And then if your guru sucks, then you're fucked. You lost all your money. Not only did you pay them a lot, you didn't recoup any of it on that side. So it's kind of like, you know, just, yeah, what's the smallest amount of thing that I have to do in order to get to where I want to be in this. And it can be done organic. And if you could master it, and if you could figure it out on the organic side, just by, you know, doing different things, maybe the short form videos, and you don't have to record your own videos. Like these guys, for all these products, for the ones of the landing page style like this, like Kylo, they gave me 32 gigabytes of creative. I literally did 4 live videos just going through all the creative they gave me. And you want to avoid doing like, they basically gave me reels to use. I didn't want to use them, because if you do, what happens is you will get the duplicate content. So I'll do one where it doesn't have music in the background, and I'll add DMCA free music, and then I'll put subtitles in it so the video looks different to the algorithm, and then maybe the Parent Trends logo for a bit of branding. But then that gives you a really good chance of going organically wild with it, and then there you go. Like, you can have an absolute banger. And there's a lot of people in this industry, and they wouldn't teach it too, of course, at the same time. There's a lot of people in this industry that do use organic, and a lot of the ones that teach it are using methods that used to work, like Pinterest, that no longer work anymore. So it's like, you really have to look out for stuff like that. And I don't know, I like to, I go on lots of rants, of course, but any kind of questions or anything like that, it's just, you know, feel free. Ask away. I am I'm open to any kind of questions. You know, I even had a live where I was just like, here's proof that I actually said did what I said. It's not often that you get award-winning status on this. So this was my Platinum 2022. I believe you have to spend or you have to make over $500,000 in order to get this one. My name. And then, so this one's way better. The first one they gave, first one they gave, this is 2021, and I got it from when I was in 2020. This one, it's just like metal with something on. I can't even smash a burglar with this one. But if somebody breaks in, look at this. This thing's solid. It's got sharp edges. This will, they'll need Kylo if I hit him with this one. That's for sure. But yeah, in general, it's also, at the same time, there's lots of really evil. There's lots of evil stuff that people try to promote with affiliate, where it's like diabetes cures and blah blah blah. You want to stay away from that. You want to just, like, honestly, the easiest thing to promote is stuff that you like, and it could be anything. Like, look at all the categories. If you like cats, promote cat stuff. Dogs, etc. You know, I'm a parent, so I promote parent stuff. I like, you know, survival stuff and everything else, so I'll promote that. I like tech gadgets, I'll promote that. But it's really, you kind of pick what you want to do. You make a publication for it, so you have something that you can, like, for example, you know, I could brand this, I can make an Instagram for it, I can make everything. And the advantage too is once you build this up and it becomes really big and you get lots of customers and lots of emails and everything else, you could sell these off for significant. See, the thing is, I like physical products. Everything I sell, like this home doctor, is a physical product, and you can still make quite a bit of money. So even though they're selling this for 37 off a sale, I can make from 24 to $114. Digital's hard because, like, how many digital books have you bought, really? Not too many. But if you could offer like a product like LifeSafe physical product, Kylo physical product, Hail physical product, Air Physio physical product, and these are just all through like the different ad networks and pretty much everything else. So yeah, you can do, like, I like books because that's where I got my original success from it. And you know, Ty Lopez books, knowledge, Lamborghini. No, it's and especially for the demographic of like the older demographic likes books, people who are kind of older than me who buy these kind of things. And they like books, but they don't like digital books. It's like how many grandmothers have Kindles? Well, actually probably quite a bit now, but they still prefer that, you know, the physical book. It adds like a premium to it and everything else. And the problem with digital books too is sometimes they price them too low. So they'll have like keto diet books, for example. And a keto diet book could be something like $5, and it's just so hard to make money from that. Because like for me on my side, I need to be able to spend enough on ads to get enough people there to make more than what it costs. Like if I only get $5 per sale, I only have 5 chances, versus if I get 40, you know, I get significantly. I get like 120 chances. Or no, technically I'll get like 40 chances or more, but it's just easier to convert at that rate. So I only need like a 1 to 2% conversion rate for it and everything. But I think physical products are good. And really what I'd want people to do is pick something that they're interested in. If they're interested in cars, like there's those, you could buy these car readers that you plug into your car and it'll tell you all the codes and everything like that, and when oil changes due and blah blah blah. Like there's products for absolutely everything. So it's almost like pick a niche first. Everyone picks a product first. They're like, ooh, I'm gonna make money selling, and it's like with all that stuff, all the scammy stuff like Mary Kay or Cutco or all the MLM stuff. Like I'm gonna make money with Verve or like, you know, energy drinks or this or that. So they do product first, when really you should pick what you like doing first, like what you want to promote, and then you look for the products that fit under it. It's just the best way to do it. And also at the same time, if you're going to put all this effort into it, you know, this is something that you want to do for a long term. So make it something you like. You know, you're not, if you hate tech gadgets, why would you be selling them? But if you love animals, you could sell, there's dog training stuff, there's unlimited products for bloody everything. And I don't just have to, the thing is too, when you have a publication, you could go around to, there's hundreds of affiliate networks. So like I use 3 main ones right now, but you know, I'm going to be doing custom deals with certain, even if you see a product that you like, message them, be like, hey, you know, I'd love to promote your product, even if you do it organically. Like, how much could you give me per sale? I'll send, you know, the traffic over, we can track it, etc. But that's kind of when it gets into a bit more advanced, and then that's when you have a really big advantage. Like with this, you know, with this kind of stuff, I'm fighting with some of the best in the industry, which is fine for me. Like I show how I do it, and everything else, and it just seems to work for me. So it's definitely, you know, a good thing to do on my side. And wow, it's like 1 a.m. right now. I can't believe that. But yeah, anyways, on my side, I gotta go. It's getting late on my end, but I hope you enjoyed. I have lots of live videos. I try to go live as daily. I'm of course going to take New Year's off, but I'm documenting my whole journey of like what I'm doing through this. My goal is to have, you know, I've had lots of successful products. It's for me to have 20 successful products at the same time, you know, really see, and then, you know, help people do it themselves, you know, free. Don't ask money. Let's do this. But anyways, appreciate you jumping on. being active in the chat. I don't have a stream schedule yet, but I'm going to work that out. Yeah, no, absolutely. It is my pleasure. Okay. Anyways, everybody enjoy your night or your day or whatever time zone you're in. We will talk soon. I will be back teaching you guys how to make that money online the proper, ethical way. Got nothing to sell. Just hoping to change lives. All right. Bye.